Good morning, dear students. In the last session, we have studied the band pass filters. In that, we have studied wide band pass filter and narrow band pass filter. So, based on these two filters, we'll solve the problems. So, first one is design a wide band pass filter having FL is equals to 400 Hertz and FH is equals to 2 kilohertz and passband gain of 4. Calculate the Q value of the filter. So design the low pass filter. FH is equals to 2 kilohertz. The FH value is 2 kilohertz. So we have choose the capacitor value as 0.01 microfarad. So to calculate this R dash, we have to use the formula FH is equals to 1 by 2 pi R dash into C dash. So we have to put these all values in this equation. Then we'll get it as 7.95 kilo ohm. The answer is 7.95 kilo ohm. So in the next is design the high pass filters. So FL value is given as 400 Hertz. So C is selected as 0.05 microfarad. So to calculate this R, FL is equals to 1 by 2 pi RC. We have to use this formula and we have to put this all values. We'll get it as R value as 7.95 kilo ohm. So passband gain they have given as 4. That is total passband gain is AFT is equals to A1 into A2. In the wideband pass filter, the circuit is connected in cascade form. The overall gain of wideband pass filter in the product of two gains. So that is AFT is equals to A1 into A2. So that is equals to 4. So A1 is equals to A2 is equals to 2. For the non-inverting op-amp, A1 is equals to A2 is equals to 1 plus RF by R1. That is equals to 2. So AF is equals to 1 plus RF by R1. That is equals to 2. We'll get it as RF by R1 value is 1 kilo ohm. So choose the RF is equals to R1, that is 10 kilo ohm for the both the section. So this is the high pass section. This is low pass section. Based on the low pass section, we have constructed the high pass section by changing the position of resistance and capacitance. So next we have to calculate Q. So to calculate the Q, we have to calculate first FC and that is center frequency and bandwidth. So center frequency FC is equals to root of FL into FH. Put the value of FL and FH. You will get it as 894.427 Hertz FC value. So bandwidth is FH minus FL. So you will get it. Put the values of FH and FL. You will get it as 1600. So to calculate the Q, Q is equals to FC by that is center frequency by bandwidth. That is equals to 0.559. So this is your value of Q. As we know, Q is less than 10 for the band pass filter. So second is design the narrow band pass filter with the two feedback path with FC is equals to 1.5 kilohertz. Then Q is quality factor 7 and AF is equals to 15. Calculate the new value of resistances in the circuit which will change the FC to 2 kilohertz. So first we need to choose the value of C, that is C1 is equals to C2 is equals to C, that is 0.02 microfarad. So already we have seen these all formulas in the last session. So we have R1, R2, R3. R1 is equals to Q by 2 pi FC into C into AF. So these all values have already given. Put these all values in this equation. Then calculate for R1. You will get it as 2.47 kilo ohm. Similarly, calculate for R2 and R3 because already all the values have given. Put those values in this equation and calculate for R2 and R3. So they have told to calculate the new value of resistances in the circuit which will change the FC to 2 kilohertz. So that is nothing but R2 dash is equals to R2 into FC by FC dash whole square. So FC value already they have given as 1.5 kilohertz and FC dash they have given as 2 kilohertz. Then calculate for R2 dash. You will get it as 251.666 ohm. So this is the design of narrow band pass filter. So next comes band elimination filter, or else we'll call it as band reject filter. Under this band reject filter, certain band of frequency is eliminated, or you can say certain band of frequency is attenuated in this case. So it is called as band reject filter. So the working principle of this band reject filter is exactly opposite the band pass filter, because in the band pass filter we have only one pass band and two stop bands, but in this band elimination filter or else band reject filter, this filter consisting the two pass bands and one stop bands. This you can see in the frequency response. So this filter is also called, as I said, stop band filter or band reject filter. So in this filter, the band elimination filter also classified as wide band pass reject filter, narrow band reject filter. So quality factor for the narrow band filter is greater than 10. So let's see wide band reject filter. So this is similar to the band pass filter, where band pass filter also consisting the high pass filter and low pass filter, but in the band reject filter it is consisting the high pass and as well as the low pass filter. Along with this it is consisting the summing amplifier. Already you have studied the summing amplifier in the first module. Summing amplifier is nothing but which adds the signals, and summing amplifier is also called as adder circuit. It is having more than one input signal, so it is called as summing amplifier. So wide band reject filters, to satisfy this operation it has to follow some conditions. So first condition is FL should be greater than FH, and second is pass band gain of both the high pass section and low pass section must be equal. So first is FL should be greater than FH, and both the high pass and low pass section must be both the gain of the high pass and low pass section must be equal. Then both the high pass and low pass section gain is equal, then the summing amplifier gain is 1. So you can see this circuit is your first order low pass filter, and this is high pass filter. So both the high pass and low pass filters output is given to the summing amplifier as the input. So this is the input. So this is the feedback resistance for summing amplifier, and this is the R, that is complementary resistance, that is R-com. So as the gain is 1, so the resistance of input resistance and the feedback resistance, that is R2 and R3 and R4 is equals to R. So 1 by Rp, that is all the resistance are connected in parallel. So 1 by Rp is equals to 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R, that is 3 by R. Okay. So then both the inverting and non-inverting, you can say both the inverting and non-inverting amplifier gain is equals to 1. Hence the R complementary of R2 is parallel with R3 and it is parallel to R4, that is equals to R by 3. So R complementary is equals to R by 3. So here center frequency, that is FC, that is calculated as FC is equals to root of FH into FL. So this is the frequency response. As I said, in the band pass filter we are having 2 stop bands and 1 pass band, but in the band reject or band elimination filter it is having 2 pass band, this is 2 pass bands and 1 stop bands, where certain band of frequency is eliminated. So next comes narrow band reject filter. This is also called as notch filter. So what is a notch filter? So notch filter is nothing but the frequency at which the maximum attenuation occurs is called the notching filters. Maximum attenuation is nothing but maximum rejection. Where the maximum rejection will take place, it is called as a notching filter. So this is the twin T network. To obtain this twin T network, we use the passive circuits. So where this is consisting the two resistors and two capacitors. Fn, to calculate this Fn, that is notching frequency, Fn is nothing but notching frequency, or else you can say notch out frequency. So Fn is equals to 1 by 2 pi RC. So next is active notch filter. To form this active notch filter, will form this active notch filter with the help of twin T network. That is passive network, where you can say where your passive network is very low. Because of this reason, we have constructed the active notch filter. So this is the again non-inverting configuration. So in the first order and second order filters, we have followed some designing steps. So the same step is followed for the active notch filter. To design this active notch filter, we'll follow the same steps. That is, first we need to choose the Fn value, and second we have to choose the capacitor that should be less than or equal to 1 microfarad, and to calculate the R, we have to use the Fn formula. So this is the ideal and practical frequency response, you can tell. So for the active notch filter, how it works for the ideal non-inverting configuration, and practical non-inverting configuration. So to improve this frequency response, we have constructed the second order notch filter based on the twin T network. So in the second order notching filter, this can be used along with the op-amp, that is non-inverting configuration. In this second order notching filter, the higher value of Q, the narrower is the width of the notch, that you can see in the frequency responses, that is ideal and practical responses. So this is the transfer function, you can say, or else this is the gain of second order notching filter, that is 1 minus f by fn the whole square divided by 1 minus f by fn the whole square plus 1 by q into j into bracket f by fn. So to fn is nothing but 1 by 2 pi rc. So q is equals to 1 by 2 into 2 minus af. So af is nothing but 1 plus rf by r1 for the non-inverting configuration. So af must be less than 2 to set for the stability purpose. So in the next session, we'll solve the problems based on the wide band reject filters and narrow band reject filters. This is also called as a notch filters. Okay. Thank you.